Welcome to the Crimson Comedy Show! Welcome to the Crimson Comedy Show. I'm your host, Andy. Today we got a very special guest today. He's a comedian, a producer, and a silver fox. Give it up for Ryan Radusinovic, right?
Radusinovic, what's up, guys? What's up?
I have an issue with a lot of comics when I'm coming on here. Like, I call you Ryan Rad. That's all Sorry, I don't know if you've heard
That's
that before,
acceptable.
But anyways, how was your drive here?
The drive was pretty long. Like, I gotta say, 2.5 hours, I wasn't ready for that.
I felt bad. I was like, fuck, man. I thought you were coming from Corona, but you were coming from LA. That shit sucks.
Yeah, it's a tough drive, 2.5 hours. I need more weed.
Which way did you come here?
I came from from Southgate, so I came from the west, eastbound on the 210. It was a long one, but I wanted to come out here. I needed an excuse.
Well, you can hit up some mics on the way home tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up some mics. We'll see what happens. Mix it up, see what happens.
What's your ethnicity? What is
I'm
let's say it again.
Radusinovic.
Radusinovic.
Yeah, it's a Serbian.
Okay.
From Serbia.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, you produce your show called the what is it called?
Balkan Comedy Night.
I was gonna say, I'm not a scientist, but what part of the world is that from?
That is the area of southeastern Europe, pretty much east of like Germany and Italy, and west of Turkey and Russia. So it's this little pocket.
So it's just a bunch of places put together.
A bunch of countries put together where everybody.
I know. Is Albania part of that?
Albania's part of it. Croatia, Montenegro.
Wait, what did you say?
Hey, what'd you call me? That's actually where my family's from. It's called Montenegro. It's its own country now. It wasn't always its own country, but there's like 12 different countries. I mean, 8 just in the former Yugoslavia.
But what does the word mean?
The word means
is it a region? It's a region.
It's a peninsula. Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not a scientist or geologist or whatever you call it.
Like the south of the United States, that south corner where there's Georgia and Florida.
Oh yeah.
That's the Balkans. We're that southeast corner.
Okay.
Where there's like a little tip of the Greece extends into like Turkey, and Turkey is considered West Asia or the Middle East. So we're at the edge of Europe, in between the Middle East and Mother Russia.
This has now become a learning lesson today.
Yeah.
I've never been out of the country, so I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't really know geography. But that's cool. So you run your own show with
my show, yeah,
with a bunch of other comics from different
parts of that region, yeah. So that's cool. We're all born here in America, so most people see the flyer and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be something like super, I don't know, fresh off the boat, ethnic."
Are you guys gonna take your little tour out there?
Yeah, that's my goal, is to go do shows out there, do shows in Australia and Sweden, the UK, wherever there's Balkan people I want to perform.
Because I've seen that you're doing a little American tour. You just got back from, where'd you get back from, Phoenix?
From Phoenix, yeah. I was in Phoenix, mic drop. We did 2 shows. Sold out the first one, added a second show, half sold out. That's exciting. And yeah, had a great show.
Hey, one sold out show is good enough,
Right, when they ask you to add a second one, you're like, oh, should I add it? I don't want to look bad.
It was in the same night?
It was the same night. They added an earlier show. And I didn't want to look stupid in front of the club, so I asked my boy who helped me book this. I'm like, should I do the spot? And,
how did you guys promote it? Did you guys go on local radio or anything like that?
I used ASU, Arizona State University. I knew some faculty members there that were part of this Eastern European Studies department. So I through friends of friends, I met these people, and I said, hey, I'm bringing a show. They're like, that's really interesting. We'd love to share it with the students and the faculty. So they pulled up for me. I promoted within them, and then of course Facebook ads and word of mouth and friends. I know some promoter friends out there who helped me put it together.
It's hard. I started making promo videos for my shows. You get a lot of views and people still don't show up.
Dude, I got 12,000 impressions and I don't know, 500 link clicks to sell 60 tickets one time. I was like, what? I thought this ad was seen by everybody.
Exactly. People like just look at it like it's just
Yeah, like,
content to consume, you know.
they're like, oh, that's too
Cool.
expensive. I'm not gonna spend money on a ticket.
When I see a thing that's too far, I'm like, oh, it's too far. Like that.
Right? Yeah, a lot of people told me that. Like, your show's in Chandler. Do you know where that is? I'm like, yeah, Phoenix somewhere. They're like, not at all. It's the riverside of of Arizona. Like, oh, what? I didn't know that.
I've been to Arizona one time with a family friend. We went on a vacation to the Grand Canyon.
Mm.
So we like went through and we stopped to visit his family and then we went to Grand Canyon. It was like a fucking 2 day drive driving out there, right?
Yeah,
And then we got to Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is fucking beautiful. It looks like a painting. Like
it does.
I didn't think I was looking at something real. It didn't look real. Like then we did a little 15 minutes of oohs and ahs, and all like the women in the family were cold, and then we
Of
left.
course, it gets freezing there.
It was like we just drove 2 days to fucking sit and look. It was beautiful. Like I wanted to like look like go around. You could like walk down the sides, but it was sketchy as fuck. Like
Yeah, it is.
we ended up on the way back. We stopped at. It's probably not there anymore, but there was an abandoned Flintstones like theme park or something. Like
Oh, wow.
maybe it was a museum, but it looked like the Flintstones, like the houses, and they had like a little train, and it was abandoned next to our motel we were at.
Okay.
And me and my friends, we were all still in high school. We played hide and go seek in there. That was like the highlight of the fucking trip. But
Yeah, that's those old school road trips. Your parents just pile you into a place you get out. Like my dad would take me to Lake Tahoe. We get out and see the snow for 15 minutes and then spend the next day driving back.
I don't remember what state it was in, but
Whack.
there used to be there's a Flint. It's got to be gone by now
Flintstone?
because it was abandoned. Like this was like
Okay.
15 years ago. They've got to have demolished it by now. But I felt like the Griswolds on the fucking random trip and shit like that. But it was fun. It just sucks sitting in the car just for 15 minutes. I was like, that's it.
Yeah,
Women, huh?
that's what we have to look forward to. Like, have you taken your kids on a road trip like that?
We've been to Vegas.
Okay.
We haven't gone to Vegas since COVID, but we'll go to Disneyland, I guess. But like
All right.
the furthest we've driven them was Vegas. So
Okay.
they're both in school now, so it's hard to like take trips. You know, like my oldest has to do summer school this year, so we can't go nowhere. And my little one's gonna be in summer camp, so she gets to do something. But my oldest is in jail now. She fucked up.
Oh.
She fucked up and missed up a couple grades, and now she has to make up for it in the summer.
Yeah, I had to do that. I think I did summer school like every summer
No,
in high
me
school.
too. I was a bad kid in school. She's been a good kid this elementary school, junior high, and then this last year she fucked up on one class, and they're like,
Summer
if you want to make up credits, you have to do summer school. So she's doing like 2 classes in the summer, but it's like an all day, fucking 8 hours, just 2 classes split up.
Oh, wow.
I was like, that's like
Yeah.
a prison sentence. Fuck
It
that.
is. You do the whole semester in like what, 3 weeks or something, 4 weeks?
I
And then,
feel
yeah,
bad
then you're
because
out.
I'm sending my little one to summer camp, and they get to do activities and do swimming, like do the fun stuff. It's not like a go away summer camp. It's
Okay.
you drop them off at this place and then you pick them up every day. But they're gonna
Okay.
do fun shit all summer, and my other daughter has to sit in a fucking classroom. I'm like, that's what you get, homie.
Yeah, it's true. Like, she knew what she was missing out on. You could have been you at summer camp.
But yeah, no, we I wanted to maybe go somewhere this summer, but maybe the end of July. I don't fucking know. And then they start school again, so
Right. Dang, it must be hard.
school starts in August now for the kids.
Wow.
When we were, I don't know about you, but when
Yeah,
I was in school,
September.
it starts September. Like
Right.
they start at the beginning of August when it's fucking hot as balls outside.
That's torture for the parents. When do they get out?
In May they did. The other day was
We used to get out in June though.
yeah. The other day was the last day. A couple days. Yesterday was the last day of
Okay.
school for them. So, like I said, it just sucks for them because they have to go right back in August, and it's fucking hot, like the first month of summer, and then sometimes summer stretches into September. So,
Yeah.
whatever.
Goodness. Those
how old are
kids.
you?
I'm 39. I just turned 39.
What year did you graduate? Oh, 03?
4.
Oh, I'm 06.
Okay.
I'm about to be damn 30 now. I'm about to be 30. I'm 36 now. I'll be 37 in July. So,
Nice. Okay. Young
what,
lad.
what high school did you go to?
Downey High School.
Oh, I forgot you told me you're from Downey.
Yeah.
I grew up. I went to Claremont. It's not too far
Okay.
from here. It's on the way.
No, I know
on the way
where
home.
it's
No, but like I said, when I was in school, it was September to you said June,
at.
right?
June, yeah.
And then we went to school from 8 to 2:30. They go to 3:30. So it's like, what the fuck? Like these kids are in the they start at 8:30 till 3:30. I used to start at 8 o'clock and be late every fucking day to school. Like,
Yeah, 8 o'clock was the standard start time.
what did you do anything in high school, like theater or anything like that?
I wanted to do theater and I wanted to do improv. It didn't really work out, but I I watched a lot of comedy shows and stand-up comedy, and went to watch live tapings of Mad TV.
How'd
That
you do
was
that? Did you get like
I would ditch school and go watch
did you
tapings.
find the ads in the paper that said we need
No,
extras?
I wasn't an extra. I wish I was, but they would let you if you're like 16 and up, write to the producers or go online and get tickets. So I went online and printed tickets for me and all my friends, and we ditched school and go watch Mad TV, and I did it probably like 6 or 7 times.
Well, who was on the cast at the time?
Ari Spears, Michael McDonald, pretty much everybody, dude. They had the whole Bobby Lee. It
Hey,
was those golden
listen,
years.
you just named one of a comic that I reached out to do this podcast.
Bobby Lee.
I'm not gonna say his name. It was one of the few you just. I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna say his name.
Ari Spears.
I'm not saying his name, but he was like, "It's gonna cost you $500." I was like, $500? Like,
Hey, that's not bad. I'll pay 500 bucks to come to my
well,
house.
because the person was performing at the Improv. I was like, "Hey,
Okay.
I'm a local comic. I live like 10 minutes away from the Improv. Do you guys want to like maybe if you have nothing to do?" I hear a lot of comics say that they have nothing to do. They sit in their hotels. They're bored. I'm like, "Hey, you want to come talk comedy over
Yeah.
here?" Like, and they all give me the same "fuck you." I need to make more connections. So
I don't know why. Like, why not? Come do a
I literally
do an
I,
interview.
I literally live 10 minutes away. Like it's not even a burden. Like I said, they're sitting in their hotel rooms fucking losing their minds. Wouldn't you rather come here to promote your show or
Right?
something?
Yeah, you could be sitting here having a hazy IPA.
Ryan, oh yeah, let's give Ryan a shout. He's gonna be at the Ontario Improv. When's it?
Ontario Improv, June 5th, I believe.
We're also gonna promote later in the day, but we were talking about the Improv. But anyways, yeah,
I'm there. I'm at the Improv, and then gosh, I'm all over the place that week.
save your promotions for the end of
All right,
the end of the podcast.
they're everywhere, but that show has free tickets, so hit me up on Instagram, get some free tickets to the show if this comes out before then. I don't know if it will, but
It'll come out Wednesday. Wait, what day is it?
it's Thursday. That's the day of the show.
It'll come out Wednesday.
Good. Hit me up for tickets Wednesday when this shit drops.
But that's what I was gonna say. That's the first place I ever met you. I think you were hosting
I was hosting
the roast
and,
battle.
Maybe was that the first time we met, or was it when you came to the green room and you were like, "Do you think Jeff will give me 5 minutes?"
No, Jeff he talked to me in the audience.
Oh right, he talked to you in the audience.
And he was like,
"Oh, the show before, that's right." And then we were all like, "What, dude?" But I knew you were a comic at that point. I was like,
I had
"What's
met
he
you
doing
before that.
sitting in the front row?"
Because I'm a fan of comedy. Like,
I know, I
no,
appreciate you.
the reason why I sat front row is because
What? Don't do that as a comic.
I go to a lot of shows by myself when I first started because I don't know a lot of people in comedy. So my wife doesn't really care for comedy, so I go alone.
Okay.
And if you're a loser by yourself, they put you in the front with another.
That's fucked up, but true.
So, but honestly, if you go by yourself, you basically get VIP. So
That's true. Yeah. Also.
that's why I sat up. They sat me next to a random couple, and that's when Jeff started talking to me like, "Oh, here are you here with them?" And I was like, "No, I'm by myself." He's like, "Well, why are you here by yourself?" I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah, I wanted to come to a show.
I saw that you were there. That's why I went. You were gonna be there, and then I seen Jeff was there. I was like, hell yeah. And then Jeff was like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I was just like, I do comedy." I was just trying to like divert him from talking shit to me. And he's like, "When's your next show?" And I was like, like a week from now." And he's like, "Well, how about you want to open for me tonight?"
Yeah.
So that's when I was like,
remember that.
I didn't think it was real. I was like, what the fuck? Like, so then that's when they told me, Adrian was like, go talk to him in the green room. He wants to talk to you. That's why I came back there. I was just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on? They were like, we need you to do a cold open. I didn't even know what a cold open was.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like-
they made you cold open. That was funny, dude.
so
Because you thought you were gonna get intro music, you're gonna come out there. What's up, audience? They're like, get
Honestly,
your ass on stage, show us that
Hey,
you could tell some jokes.
the
And
truth
you did
was,
okay.
the truth was, I was fucking drunk because I was there just to
Okay.
watch. I was drinking space dust the whole night,
Oh, I didn't even know that.
and I was drunk. And he told me, oh, the next show's in 20 minutes. So he bought me a beer, and I gave it to somebody else because I was like, I need to sober up. Like I'm about to go on.
Okay.
Like so, yeah, it was a little nerve wracking, but I was only like 6 months in.
That's so cool though, to just pull up to a show and then next thing you know, you're on stage at the Improv at a packed house, and you're biting the bullet. Like
Yeah.
you're setting up the room for comedy.
Hey, I was so new into comedy. I didn't know what biting the bullet was. I didn't know what cold up. Adrian had to
Yeah.
explain it to me. He was like, "Yeah, you're gonna go up there. We're not gonna put any music on for you."
I think Adrian hosted that, and I was featuring, and obviously Jeff was headlining, but I don't remember the order of operations because I
It was a
was
few.
I hosting?
No,
I wasn't.
it was a few of the doormen.
Yeah, I think it was Adrian hosting because Adrian always hooks us up at the Improv. I gotta say, he's my favorite person there, and I like the other guys at the Improv. But
I've tried
shout
to
out Adrian for always hooking it up with the great audio.
I've tried to have him on, but we just can never come to agreement on a date. Like
Right. I
he's
mean, he's a
busy.
family man. You're a
He's
family
busy.
man.
Yeah,
It's
so
tough.
he'll be on. He was one of my day ones. He's one of the first comics I met doing comedy from there. But I want to give this guy a shout out. After that show, he gave me a guest spot, and the very first, I guess, show or guest spot I've ever been on. I was like 6 months in, my very first show at the Strum.
Yeah, that's why I saw your podcast. I'm like, man, let's see what's up with Andy. Let's see how he's doing. Let's check in.
No,
Because I remember that time, you
I've
came
given you
through.
shout outs, and I told people about you, how you gave me basically my first shot, like at a show. So that was
Well,
kind of
yeah, I
cool.
mean, you showed the initiative, which is like, I want to get on stage. I mean, the balls you had to tell Jeff, like, yeah, I'm a comic. And he's like, do you want to go up? And you're like, yeah. You could have been
I
like,
was
no, I'm
ready.
good. And no, I mean, that's what it takes at first. You got to get after it, and you seem to have been doing that.
Now, I've been becoming friends with his son now, and like I've been around. He's guest spot a lot of shows that I've been on recently, so he's around more now. He didn't remember me. I told him how he let me
Oh,
open for him.
okay. Nah,
No
he might
memory.
not have been. Yeah, he was probably there, but I don't think. Yeah, he wouldn't have remembered.
No, but
But
hey, shout out
I
to him.
remember.
Shout out to him. Shout out to you for giving me time when I didn't deserve it. So
You gotta get up, man. And then it's low stakes. Like when you do brewery shows or bar shows, there's practically nothing at stake except for your dignity. You get up and if you bomb, you're like, ah, damn, did I really do that on stage? But when you kill, it makes it all worth it. And then you just have to keep coming back for that as you get better and improve and keep crushing it,
why did you
hopefully.
stop doing that room, the Strum?
I just didn't have time to give once a month always to that room. Like you have to be committed to a date and just things the way they are now. And at that time, I was all over the place. I needed the freedom to just have my dates open, and I passed it off to the buddy system,
Because
and they seem to be doing a pretty good
I
job.
went to a few of your shows there, and I think the last one you had there was the last time I saw you. That was like well over a year ago.
Yeah, it was over a year ago, and then there's new ownership there now, so I'm curious to see what it looks like, how it's run,
Yeah,
and how the
the
shows
buddy
are going.
system does it now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pull up to one of the shows these days and see how it's going.
Yeah, they still put on shows there, but
That's good. Because it was a good crowd. Like I had it for a while, and we were building it, and there were times where you couldn't get a seat, where people were watching stand up from the outside.
I have a question. Is there seasons of comedy? Like, is there slow seasons? Because
Yeah, there is around
I've
Christmas
noticed that,
time.
like in the summertime, people are on vacation for
Yep.
locals, unless you're gonna travel. You have to travel during the summertime, right?
You should travel to cold places during the summertime. Like as a comic, you should go to Colorado and Alaska and the East Coast and places that you wouldn't want to go in winter.
How was the weather in Phoenix when you just got there, or when you
It
just got
was
back?
90. It was nice. I can't complain. 90 is not too bad. It's that dry heat.
How many shows did you do out there? Just one?
Two shows.
Oh yeah, that one you added.
Yeah, one I added, but we were just there for one night. If I had more time, I would have done more shows for sure.
Leading
Yeah,
as
I would have done more shows had I had more time. But no, I just had to turn it back around, get back here, get back to work, and tomorrow I'm at Papooses and Punchlines in LA. But back at it,
where's that one at?
that show is
Is that a
in
bar show?
it is a no, it's a ticketed show. It's a legit show. They've got a big like showroom in the back of this El Salvadorian restaurant in LA. And man, it's like a little comedy club in there. It's great show.
LA's cool, just the parking sucks for me. I hate
Parking
parking.
does suck. Yeah, you might have to walk a little bit.
I was gonna say, how long you been doing comedy now?
12 years.
Oh damn, you're like the second person I had that's actually you might be the third season comic I've had on here. It's
Oh wow, good.
most of the comics I have on here are like people that I started with, so it's like I've heard their perspective. Now it's nice to have a seasoned comic. Like, so since you started comedy, like what's changed over the years? Like,
I started 15 years ago, but I took a 3-year break. So 12 in total, but a lot has
are you
changed.
talking about the COVID time? The
No, I was doing comedy more than ever during COVID. No, pre-COVID though, I took 3 years off and I needed a little rest from comedy, and I did something different with my life. I went to law school. I went to Japan and worked.
You look like a lawyer.
Yeah, I could
Hey,
be a lawyer.
hey, you also
I
look like
failed
a
out.
TV show host, like a morning TV show,
Okay, like an anchor, I'll take
something like that. Like,
that.
no, I'm talking like one of those those talk show hosts, like where they bring on people or whatever. I don't
You are
know.
not the father.
Murray.
Murray. But
No.
yeah,
So how did you get your start? Like, what made you start?
oh, the lore. Um, so as it all started, I went on Craigslist and there was a comedy contest at the Ice House for Cinco de Mayo, and I signed up for it and I got third place.
This is this the original Ice House
Yeah,
before?
original Ice House, and it was outdoor. And yeah, I did okay, and I got laughs, and I was
How
like
much time did you
inspired. I
do?
think 5 minutes.
5 minutes for your first time?
I didn't know what I was doing up
Were you
there.
just doing crowd work?
Now I was doing impressions
Oh,
because that's
oh,
all I could do at the
what
time.
impressions were you doing?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Do it. Now you have to do it. Go ahead.
I have to do it now, but they have the best one. They have the OG one. I've been doing it my whole life.
Have you been seeing those AI videos where they put Arnold's voice like singing or over other
I love
clips?
it.
That shit's so funny.
I want to do AI, but I'm just afraid of. I don't want to share all that biometric with AI.
But what I'm saying was did they just AI Arnold doing something and then you just sing it or something like
Oh,
that?
really? Oh,
I
shoot.
saw this one video. There was a car accident. The dude was dying, and he was giving the death rattle, and he sounded like Arnold. And people were like, "Why is Arnold Schwarzenegger in here?" I was like, "Fuck, that's so fucked up."
Oh, that is fucked
He
up.
was like, like he was like,
Dying.
how many impressions can you do? What's another good one you're good at?
I got a lot of them. I just don't like to do them
You don't
anymore.
have to
It's
do
so
them. Just
funny.
you could just name
Like
them.
Bernie Mac. I used to love to do Bernie Mac.
Now you have to do Bernie
Who the
Mac.
fuck is that playing on my phone?
Hey,
Come back here, I'll smack the shit out you. I'll beat your ass to the white meat show.
my favorite when he was his bit where he talks about his handicapped nephew is like being denied by the bus. That shit was so funny.
Bernie's the goat.
Can you make her eyes bulge out like that,
Nah, I wish. I
motherfucker?
wish I could do the arm thing, but that's about it.
No, but
Yeah.
you said you did some voice acting. Have you
Yeah.
what voice acting
Just
have you done?
radio stuff, radio ads.
Like the 97 Cola or some shit?
Yeah, for like concerts, like coming next to the Great Western Forum. This
You ever thought about doing radio? You just do commercials for them?
I would like to do that, but I just haven't had time to invest in
Listen, Ryan,
doing it.
you might never get a fucking radio show, but you might get a podcast. Just go buy a
Hey.
couple microphones and some cheap computer, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I got a face for podcasting. That's what my mother told me.
No, you have a face for TV. I have a face for podcasting. This guy's a silver fox. You look like fucking Johnny Knoxville over here.
I'll take it, dude.
See, I lost
I'm
my
a
hair. I wish I had gray hair. I lost it. Like I have a couple of gray hairs in my
You got
beard.
a black beard, though.
No,
That's
I have a
good.
couple gray ones, and
Wow.
I call them my lucky hairs. And my girl like will
Yeah.
fucking pluck on them like it doesn't hurt.
She wants
Fuck
your
yeah, it
luck
hurts.
to run out.
But as soon as I started balding, I grew a decent beard. I couldn't grow a beard for shit, and then I started losing my hair, and it's just karma, I guess.
Yeah, the universe wanted you to have something, dude. Now you got a
Can,
thick
can you
beard.
grow a decent beard?
Yeah, but it's white, dude. I look like Santa Claus.
Oh shit!
I look like dirty Santa Claus. It's
Just
weird.
dye it. There's a dude in my
Oh,
work.
yeah.
He dyes his beard. He looks like DJ Khaled. Like DJ Khaled dyes his fucking
Really?
beard.
It's all black?
You didn't see videos of DJ Khaled during COVID. He had gray beard,
Okay.
but after it's all it looks too perfect. It looks
Oh.
drawn on and fake. Like
So you're telling me there's a chance. Yeah, I want that. I
grow
want
it
that.
fucking.
I got the damn. I look like the Gordon's fisherman, dude. The captain in the sea. I have a gray beard and a black mustache. It looks
When
so
when you
weird.
do your tour back to the Balkan area, you grow your beard out. Do they have facial hair out there?
Oh,
Are
yeah.
they known
They're
for that?
hairy. They're known for
So
being
grow it out. They're gonna be like,
Men,
look at this American with no
women.
beard.
hairy.
What's
Yeah.
their accent like?
They have accent like this.
Like Borat?
Like Borat, little bit, but Serbian is different accent.
You literally sound like Borat. Like I'm not making fun of you.
Borat was supposed to be from the Balkans originally, but Balkan people got so mad, and they were like, "Take this shit off! Don't say he's from the Balkans, or else."
Well, what does he claim?
Borat's supposed to be from Kazakhstan.
Oh yeah, because I say
Kazakhstan, they don't talk like that.
he sounds like what you just did right
That
now.
is Balkan accent.
He's like, "Are you gypsy?"
Are you gypsy? I mean, I've heard that from so many uncles. Like,
Very nice.
that's nice. That's
In junior high, I could fucking only do that. Like I could only do the Borat impressions.
It was so much fun, dude. It came out, and I was like, finally, one of us. We broke through, and it only took 20 more years for us to start really making waves in stand-up. So glad to be part of it.
Yeah, but grow your fucking beard out.
I'm
Live.
doing it, dude. I'm
Live a
gonna be
little.
fucking Santa Claus.
Hey, if I could fucking grow my hair out, I would. So grow it.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it. I like the baby face. I like the mustache because it's the only thing that I have. It's all black. It
Oh, your
reminds
your
me,
mustache stays
yeah,
black, but that's
but the
weird.
rest is gray. So it makes me feel like a young man when I have a black
What
mustache.
if you don't mind me asking, what color is your ass hair?
The same.
I thought you were gonna say it was bald like a baby.
No, 101 Dalmatians.
So where's this Balkan tour going? Like,
Balkan
how did
tour's
you get
going.
started with
I got
this?
started with this is our 10th show already. We did 10 and I started at the Ice House because I had worked for Jeff Garcia for a long time, and I was
Shout
like,
out Jeff.
shout out Jeff, yeah, for giving me a lot of opportunities. But
Same.
I wanted to go out on my own, and it just kind of was a perfect storm of events that set me off on my own little journey, producing my own shows. And that was the first show I did at the Ice House. Shout out Penny for hooking it up. She is the general manager at the Ice House and believed in me. She saw me kill it so many times, and I think she took a chance.
Hey
We sold it
Penny,
out.
if you ever want some bald fat dude with a beard, let me know. All right. I've been wanting to do the Ice House. They do open mics like I think like once a month,
Should do it.
but I just never. I wrote to them asking when they do it. They don't post
Just
anything.
pull up. It's on Thursdays.
Also, it's Thursdays.
Thursdays, I want to say like 7 or something.
See, I had no clue. I know from I tried
Or
writing to them.
6. Yeah, no, go just go there. Just pull up on the club because that's the one club in LA where there's not that many comics working there. There's only a few. But if you talk to the right people, if you know who are the comics who work there, they'll tell you this internal schedule.
I have friends at Ontario and Brea Improv. That's it. It's the only connections I have. I don't have any other connections anywhere else. So
Good guys to know. Brea too. Brea's got a few comics working there.
I want to
Cool.
I want a set of the night there, and I'm gonna book a show there eventually. They haven't said the date, so that's gonna be my official comedy club debut. So
Awesome.
shout out to Gage and Simon Phillips.
Brea
I'm
Improv.
gonna do a show with them eventually. I don't know. They haven't got a date yet, so we'll see. But that's gonna be sick.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm doing a show with Simon Phillips. I told you that new spot in he has a new spot in Santa Ana. It's called the Velvet Punchline. It used to be like some type of automotive place, and they turned it into to a room, like a studio or
Okay.
something. So I don't know. It's the first time I'm going. So and I'll plug that shit later. We're not gonna plug shit anyways.
Yeah, that's cool though, man. It's an auto shop. That's a strange place. It's like a
Well-
level from Grand Theft Auto.
I
Like,
don't-
where am I? What the fuck?
I don't
There's
know.
somebody taking out a catalytic converter.
Maybe it's
doing
like a
jokes.
warehouse type of shit. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a paint shop or a rim shop. I was
Who
something,
knows?
but they got it and they turned it into supposedly it's a beautiful room, and they packed it out the first show. So
Wow, good for them, dude. That reminds me of like Don't Tell. Don't Tell has some random spots. It's a carpet store, but today it's a comedy club.
have you ever been to the Texas? Have you done any shows out there?
To the state of Texas?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Comedy Mothership, anything like you ever
No,
gone out
not
that
the
way?
mothership. I haven't been to Austin, but I've performed in Houston three times and San Antonio once. And where else? Yeah, mostly Houston.
What's the furthest you've like gone for comedy?
Comedy, New Jersey.
Oh, and I was like thinking, I was thinking of, I was like, oh, New Jersey, like that's like New York, fucking like, oh, how is the crowd there? Like,
It was great. They were awesome. They're
heard-
really cool.
I heard New York comics are assholes.
I haven't met enough to make that judgment, but
Like they
We'll
don't
see.
they don't like us West Coast comics.
they think that we're like actor comics, that we're trying to do something else, and they're like purists. They're comedians for the sake of doing comedy, and because LA's Hollywood, it's
They're-
actors.
New York is
sketch
Broadway.
people. Yeah, it's Broadway. It's improvers. We got all kinds of different types.
Have you ever
Uh,
done improv classes before?
Yeah, of course. I did improv. I did improv in college, high school. I did the UCB. I did Groundlings and did classes at those
Oh, you
places.
say Groundlings. I
Pretty
just
cool.
watched the Pee Wee Herman documentary. It's fucking nice. You watch it?
No, but I used to watch him as a kid.
It came out recently on HBO, and he talks about that's where he got his start. He did the improv there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, improv's great training for stand-up comedy. I did that before I started stand-up.
It's still there.
Hmm.
That's crazy because that was back in the 70s when he was doing that. That's where he got his start.
Yeah, it's like an iconic school for improv, and so many good comedic actors have come out of that system. And same with UCB. They really, it's worth the time. Like if you got the money and the time to do it, do it.
The money, how much does it cost
It's
now?
like $500 a class for a semester.
No
something like
way.
that.
How long
It was
is that?
$350 when I did it, and that was like 15 years ago. So I imagine it's much more now.
How long is the class?
Like an hour or something.
Like I'm talking about the session. You said it's a semester. How
You
long?
Spend you go like twice a week, I want to say, for an hour each time. So yeah, you spend an hour playing pretend, and they charge you $500 to do
Hey,
it.
I'll just do that on my
You can
podcast.
do it, right? It's crazy. That's like if you went to open mics for an hour and they charged you $500 a month, and you only got to get up twice a week.
That's
And then
crazy.
you have partners that you're paired up with that you may or may not vibe with. Sometimes your partner like
Sucks.
sucks or whatever. They throw you for a loop and you just don't have good chemistry. So
What was your experience like
it
there?
was up and down. Like there was some people I could just riff with, I could come up with stuff with, and there was other people who would just shut me down. And I didn't get past at Groundlings, but it's cool. It was good training. I did stand up
Hey,
immediately after.
the way you describe that is the way I do my podcast. Some people you can just talk to for days, and some people are shy and quiet. Like it takes a while for people to warm up and get comfortable, and then we start going at it. But
Yeah.
some people are just right off the bat, just talk, 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 and then some people you have to break them out of their shell. So I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I wanted to do improv, but I heard people say don't do improv. Like,
Do improv. Like do all the art forms that you can to express yourself because comedy is like you're expressing yourself on stage in the most creative way to make people laugh. So you might draw inspiration from improv or from acting or from silent film or just something or even just something you saw in the wild. And that you bring that to stage, you make people laugh. So to say don't do improv, I mean they're all valid in their own way.
actually, correction. They tell you not to take comedy workshops. I was sorry. I've been
Oh,
drinking beer.
no, it's okay.
They tell you not to take comedy
I've
workshops.
taken those too. I went to the flappers classes and they helped me like have structure because I came from no structure to like joke writing structure and it
No
helps
structure.
you grow. Yeah.
I've watched videos on YouTube.
That's important too, yeah.
I've watched and I bought a couple books on writing, like, and I didn't like. Maybe if I read it again now, I'd understand it. But when I first started comedy, it was like Chinese to me. I didn't know what the fuck I was reading.
Dude, read it and read it again. Like on every long flight, I'll pull out my tablet and I'll just reread the same comedy books that I've had for years just to
Do you have any
try
recommendations?
there's just a lot of different joke writing books out there and just comedy story books.
Have you read Joey Diaz's comedy book or his whatever it is?
No, I haven't. I would though.
I have it. I haven't finished it yet, but like, it's hard to read it without reading in his voice.
Yeah,
Literally, he says that the way he talks is written down. So in my head, I'm just reading it like that, and like, it's kind of hard for me to get through the book. But that shit, like,
you got to read it in that voice. There's no
I've
other
heard all of his stories, and most of his stories are in the book. So it's
I
kind
want
of
to
like
hear the audiobook.
I don't even know if there's one out there. I just have the hard copy, but that shit would be funny as fuck.
Listen to this cocksucker.
Here's another impression. I
I can't do
can
that
do
one.
Joey Diaz, but right now my throat is sore, so I'm not gonna do it. I've done another podcast. I'm not doing it.
Okay, fair enough.
So you want to pursue voice acting like that?
Yeah, I
type of
would
thing?
love to. I would love to do voice acting for a movie, for a television show, cartoons, whatever.
Hey, you get on a cartoon show, you're set, homie. Like
Exactly. You're set. I mean, you get royalties. They're not as good as acting royalties, but they're still pretty good. And you have the fanfare, and you could go to Comic-Con and
my last guest on here told me, or a few guests ago, he said he wants to get into it, but he said you got to spend money. Like you got to like
you got to have
Your-
this
your
like
own
a
studio, yeah.
inside your house. That's the best way to do it.
this. Honestly, Guitar Center is not that expensive.
Guitar Center, yeah, and if you had a closet and you just soundproofed everything, you could make a
I have a
decent-
closet. I just don't know. How do you go about making voices for that? Like when you do.
You make a demo, and you do a bunch of different voices because they're different voices that fit different categories. Like the way people present news, that's a different voice. The way people present promotions, it's like I'm a really excited voice. And then you've got your cartoons, and you got little characters within that. You
have you done cartoons or just radio?
just radio? Just radio voices. I don't- it's
Like the 1950s radio, they're like, see,
They
like,
got some people.
I forget. There's a name.
Beatles.
There's a name for that. I forget the name. Do you want another beer?
Yeah, I'll take another beer.
Um,
I'll take any color.
Here,
All right,
we have a
got
variety pack.
tropical, dude. We're doing it. Tropical IPA.
cheers. I mean,
Heck yeah.
I like to have my guests comfortable. You can drink, you can smoke, you can have water,
Nice. Yeah.
Whatever you
can
want.
have water.
whatever you want. Some people don't drink, so
That's true.
I offer options. You know,
This is a good option.
if you want popcorn, later we'll have popcorn.
I love feed you popcorn.
I thought about having snacks on my podcast, but I'm like, I don't want to be fucking crunching on
No, it'll
food.
mess the audio up.
So we'll just drink beer and water and champagne or whatever the fuck we have here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to do voice acting, but like I said, I don't know how do you go about like how do you when you get a character, how do you choose like how do
They
you
give you
create
a
the
script.
yeah, but how do you create the sound? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I mean, these are just sounds that you play with in your head, like you're just driving and you just, I don't know, goof around with like a small person voice or like a Kermit the Frog type of voice. You do something like that.
could you do Pee-wee? Like, I fucked up.
I don't know, something like that.
Hey, it's crazy that a lot of the cartoons back in the day were voiced by women, like
Yeah, Nancy Cartwright, Bart
Bart
Simpson,
Simpson or Bobby Hill, like
Bobby.
all the fucking like a lot of the boys from back in the day, they chose women to do it. That's pretty cool. Shout out to the women. They do.
Shout out to the ladies doing men's voices.
They have better little boy voices than we do.
They do, dude. Damn.
Like on Hey Arnold, I don't know if you remember Hey Arnold, but they chose kids to play them, like legit kids like, so the cast was all real kids. Eventually they aged out and they had to switch them out and shit. But
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I imagine that's why phone sex lines are always women.
what?
There's no guy phone sex line, right?
Hey, it's some lady.
Talk to hot guys. Like you never
Hey,
see that advertised.
So you said ladies are phone sex women, right? But on
Like,
OnlyFans, the instant messaging is a dude writing that shit.
right? Because we got game.
Because I seen a lot of OnlyFans models, like they obviously don't talk to you. So I'm pretty sure it's some dude.
Right, and it's a dude like gaming you up.
I knew
A dude in Bangladesh.
I knew
It's
somebody
rich.
whose mom did the phone sex operating.
Send me some money.
So like during a certain hours, her home phone, this was back in the 90s, her home phone would be shut off to do her work. Like it would be shut off and then it would only run whatever
You
system.
couldn't call your friend.
Yeah, so
between 6 and
it would give you that
10 p.m.?
You know that weird ass like
Yeah.
remember when you called was it when people were on the computer back in the day?
DSL or not DSL? It's a 656K modem.
But when it would make that buzzing, like when you called them and make that
Yeah.
buzzing sound, yeah, it would do that shit. And he's like, "Oh, my mom's working." And I later found out that his mom did the phone sex operating. Like she had books and scripts in her room to portray like different characters or what the I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's great. There's different characters. I didn't know.
Whatever, like for whatever fetish,
You're
know?
a vampire.
He's like, "So baby, what are you into?" He's like, "Feet," and she's like, "Feet." Hold on.
Page 102. How these pages are stuck together. What the hell?
But this was the 90s, and that I don't know what it is today, but that's crazy. Like,
Do people even buy that anymore? There's still those commercials.
hey, when I was a
Talk
kid,
to
we used to
Love
go
Line.
to payphones and just type in 1-800 just big boobs or
Yeah,
you just
I remember
literally
that.
make up anything that was sexual in the 7 letters, like fat butt or anything like that.
I never
Hey,
called that one.
Hey, there's children watching this.
Okay.
All right, I'm just kidding.
Bleep it out.
Just don't say the N-word and we're good. Anyways, Ryan,
Okay. Yeah.
what were we
to-
talking? How the fuck
So
did
the
we get?
phone sex, because only women could do phone sex. Nobody would call for another guy to give you phone sex. Guys will just give you real sex, right?
Do you remember the party line?
Of course. I used to call the party line and do characters,
Entering room 1.
entering room 1, and it would be like entering the chat, and I would just hear like whoever it was. I tried to talk to like a girl, and like, hello.
Hey, you're
And then the
first
dudes would be
person-
like, "What's up, baby girl?" And I'm like, "Just kidding, fucking, what's up, dog?"
It's funny. It'd be a bunch of dudes talking.
It'd be
As soon as a girl would be on, she'd be like, "Hi," and I'll be like, "Hey," like they would try to talk to her and shit.
I'm like, "Oh, you're gay." Got you.
Hey, it was literally like Xbox Live on the fucking phone. People would be talking shit in the background. People would be rapping or beefing,
Yeah.
whatever gang they were from.
I know I used to make up gang names and bang on people.
Did you
It was
you were
funny.
doing this in Downey?
I was doing it in Downey.
So it basically wherever you called, if you guys
I was
don't
calling
know,
the LA one because my
Whatever
friends
you-
were from LA.
yeah, wherever you called, it kind of basically worked like it was like a chat. It was before computers, right? People,
It was computers were around, but this was way more entertaining.
you didn't have this type of internet back then,
No.
but you would call this number. It was basically like a dating chat site, and it was
was.
just
The
like
party line.
90 dudes and 3 girls.
Yeah, and you would scroll past the dudes to try to find that girl, and I was right there catfishing, like, hello,
Hey,
hi.
and then the girls would give out their numbers, and everybody would write the fucking number down because everybody heard the conversation. Because you could take it to a private
right.
private conversation, but you gave your fucking number to everyone. But
Yeah.
I had a friend that she prank called, or they pretended they liked some dude, and they told him, "Let's meet at the mall." and then they just pulled up and like parked somewhere and just watched him pull up, and then they just drove off.
I
Like,
believe it. Oh, I
That-
never met anybody, but I had opportunities to meet people, which
this
was
is how
so
boring life was before
That was our
Instagram.
excitement, damn it. That was way more exciting than your DMs. We were on the phone with a stranger. It could have been anybody. We're like, you want to meet up? Meet at this small parking lot.
This is how you got killed back in the day.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, you graduated in 04, right? Was there
04.
phone? Did anyone have cell phones when you were in high school?
Yeah, I had a cell phone at the end, and I lost the battery. My dad refused to get me a new battery.
See,
He's like, you fucked up.
When I was in high school, only the rich kids had phones, and this was back then when phones only had minutes. There was no service plans or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like you had to buy calling cards, and your minutes were running out. Like,
Oh, dude, and remember when they came out with the Chirp?
yeah.
The Nokia Chirp?
Where you
That
at?
was cheaper. Like, it wouldn't use as many minutes because just a few seconds of
Hey,
you giving a sound bite.
And then eventually it went to like, oh, free calls and texts after 9 o'clock. So you'd be like, don't call me till after 9, asshole.
Yeah.
You're wasting my fucking minutes.
Wow, the world evolved so fast, and
Hey,
then
Listen, it was literally 15 years ago or less. And like, look at how quick we've gone. So
Wow.
imagine 15 years from now, like AI is gonna butt fuck us. Like comics are gonna be obsolete. Like everyone's obsolete at that point.
I know we're just all gonna be getting butt fucked by AI. It's
No, I'm just kidding. AI is not funny. They can't tell
they
jokes
can't
for
do
shit.
what we do.
They don't have trauma. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They say that comedians they take their trauma and they turn it into laughter. Do you think that's true? Or
Yeah,
not?
absolutely.
I was like, I don't have no fucking trauma. I don't have any problems. Like, wait a minute.
Sometimes,
Wait a minute.
yeah, because sometimes you watch comics, and myself included, and you're like, ah, this guy needs a shrink. This guy needs a psychiatrist. Don't this guy? You should be doing this joke at therapy, buddy. You need help.
My girl told me, "Oh, you should talk to a therapist." I was like, "No, I have a microphone. I don't need to. This
That's
is
what
my
I
therapy."
tell myself. Like I refuse, dude. I will not be psychoanalyzed.
This comic was like comedy for comics is the reason why half of them don't slice their wrists. So I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit."
Probably. Like all these open mics exist so we don't kill ourselves.
Hey, but how many open mics have you done where you wanted to after? You're like, "Fuck, I'm just kidding. We're kidding."
I've like stormed out of the building. Like I get off stage and I make a beeline for the exit. And that doesn't happen as much. That doesn't happen at all anymore. But I used to be known for that. I'd have a bad set and I'd be gone. Like,
I've never really bombed before. Like, well, obviously I have, but like I never felt like the crowd noticed, but I fucked up on times where I noticed and I was beating myself up about it, you know? So
yeah,
like,
you will. You will
and
continue to
and
do that.
it'll last like a week. I'll still be thinking about it at work.
Really?
Like, fuck you, idiot. Like,
That's why you got to get up more and more often so that it just washes that away and you just think of your next performance. You're like, okay, I did okay. I'm good.
have you bombed hard bad? Like, where you got nothing?
I've shut down on stage before.
I
Not
froze
at a
on
show,
stage
like,
twice.
Or like at an open mic where I just wasn't having it. My brain just shut off. I was getting no laughs. I was getting nothing. Now I can power through that. But this bomb.
When
just
was
hurt
this? What
me.
year was this? Like 1 year in?
2019. No, like years in. It happens to every comic where your brain will shut down. I've seen many comics, good comics, like just walk off stage and be like, yeah, I'm giving time
The
back.
very first time I did stand up, I froze on stage and I was ready to walk off. Like, but thank God I didn't. So I powered through it. But
Yeah, keep powering through it because there'll come a time where you don't even remember your early sets. Like I can't remember any of the stuff I said on stage my first year. I don't even remember stuff from 5 years ago.
I look back at my notes on my phone of old jokes that I wrote some of them I did, some of them I didn't, and I'm like, what the fuck was this dog
Yeah.
shit? Like, this is horrible.
Absolutely.
I'm like, this isn't fun. Like, the premise is there, but there's like the punchlines are horrible. It's like a run-on sentence. Like,
How did I get people to laugh at this?
They
These
didn't.
people, they didn't.
that's the problem is that you have to like go out and do it and see what gets a laugh and then take shit away.
You. Yeah, sometimes you sound like an absolute crazy person, and
Like-
then you just come up with a joke from that, and they're like, "Well, he wasn't crazy after all. It was just he didn't know what he was saying." Up
I've
there."
had bits where I added shit to it that I didn't need to, and then people looked at me like, "What the fuck did he just say?" And I
How
was
are
like,
you over?
I
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, wait, I'm cutting that one out.
yeah, you tagged it with too much.
Go back to the original."
Yeah, exactly. Stick with what works.
So yeah, I've kind of polished off most of the jokes that I have, but now that I have them down, I'm getting bored of them. So I'm like,
You will.
I feel like it's cringy now. Like some of the jokes, they're cringy to me. Like even though they get laughs, I'm like, I'm so fucking sick of this joke. But I'm like, but they work.
Yeah, well, keep it in your back pocket and keep doing the new stuff because you never know when you'll need that old joke. And
I've
sometimes
heard
you
comics say that they did the same jokes for 20 years or 20 minutes for
don't,
years, you know, like
don't do that.
I don't have the same 20 minutes. Mine's have changed so many times.
Yeah,
I've
good.
gotten rid of so much crap, but the ones that like I said, that I have in my head that I'm good at, I'm just over them now. But now I feel like I have writer's block. Like I've come up with a couple new ones recently, but I still go back to the old book because like I know they work and I know them like the back of my hand now, you know?
Yeah, once you get to that point, then you'll always have those ones. Then that gives you some freedom to like experiment more because you could tell a joke that bombs and then just like you throwing out another Pokemon. You just throw out this joke that you know it always works and that lets you reset and think of another joke that you could do. Maybe sometimes you do like bomb, great joke because you just want to work that new stuff. So even when you get off, you're like, well, I did half good. And then half my jokes were like,
The last
they're in
show I did,
development.
I was killing the first half, and the last couple jokes kind of like I lost the crowd, and I was like, "Fuck."
It happens. Yeah, you lose them, and then you want to end with something good. I think some comics call it a shit sandwich. You want to put your good stuff at the front, good stuff at the end, and then all the crap in the middle. I don't like to do that. I like to make a layers cake of shit
Do you do
and good
topical
stuff.
jokes?
No, but I've done topical jokes. It just depends on like what's happening and if it just I don't know if something came to my mind.
Like I've done topical jokes that were great, but then like I said, they don't last. But I'm like, God, it's so fucking great.
Yeah, I've done jokes.
It's not
Yeah,
relevant anymore. It was a great joke, and I can't tell it anymore.
yeah. When the Travis Scott Stampede happened at his show, I had a good joke for that. And then when the Ariana Grande concert happened, that tragedy, I had a good one. But then those jokes, I feel like I can't kick a dead horse, no pun intended, over and over and over. Like I don't want to do those jokes. Those are shit you do in the moment.
How much material do you think you have? How many hours of material do you think you have right now?
Like right now I'm working on a special. I'm gonna film like 45 minutes of Balkan material, or I'm gonna film an hour and then just pick the best 45 from that, and then my American material I have an hour at least.
Are
So
you
I
talking
have
about what do you mean by Balkan? Like in a different language or
like
just
it's like half English and half with the references. And it's like if you were watching George Lopez's set and
okay? I get it now.
he has a lot of Spanish and stuff about the culture, and maybe if you grew up in Iceland or something, you wouldn't understand it. But that's what this is my like.
Hey, your bit you tell about your uncle fucking fat chicks. Like, do you still do that one?
Yeah,
See, I seen this guy like
sometimes.
2 years ago, and I still remember this shit. Like, that was a great bit. Like, I don't want to spoil your bit, but that bit you had about your uncle made me fucking
Yeah,
die.
that's yeah, what can I say? I got some jokes and I got to put them all on tape so I can retire them and just release them,
That's what I tell
leave some
people.
good
I'll keep doing
clips.
my jokes until I do a special. Until then,
Yeah.
I can repeat them as many times as I want.
Do it as many times and then keep coming up with new stuff because like the best stuff will rise to the top and then pretty soon your set will be like damn near bulletproof.
What's your writing process like? Do you sit down and write, or do you do it in your head? Like,
I do it in my head a lot.
same.
I like write down an idea and then I marinate on it and then I go try it and it sounds crazy, but then something comes out of it. I'm like, oh, well, that's try it this way, like try it the opposite way.
Listen, I
And
hated
then
school
it
growing up. I
evolves.
always thought school was boring. At school, I used to fuck around with friends and just laugh, joke, and have fun. That was the best part. Like, actually doing work, sitting down, writing some shit, like, was homework to me. Like, I fucking hate it. So, like, till this day, sitting down with a pen and paper, like, is just like, fuck, this is homework. I don't want to do it. So, like, I think it in my head and then I'll write it down on my phone. But, like, I can't, maybe I should, but I can't just sit down with a pen and paper and, like, all right, let's write a
Just
joke.
write something that it's ready to go to stage immediately. Like,
Yeah, I can't do that shit.
I can't. I have done maybe like a few that have just come to me like a bolt of lightning and been like, write it down, boom, that's immediately funny on stage. Most shit requires refining.
Some people like to record it, like just voice
Talk
record.
into it, yeah. I do voice to text and it always fucks it up. So I have to go back
It
and
never
write it.
understands it, huh?
Never does, but then that makes you go back and rewrite it, which is it gives you time to think about it a little more. So you add to it.
They also say that thinking is writing. So
Then performing is what you have to do to like breathe life into it.
yeah. Yeah, Jeff told me the other day I need to work on my projection. And I was like, I think it's
That's
just my voice. Like, it's just how I
It's
sound.
your cadence and like you want to be fun on stage too, so you gotta kind of dress it up a little bit. And the way you hold your mic, these are all like little things that that kind of add to your persona on stage. Because I used to hold the mic differently. I'd hold it, in one hand. Now I went to like putting it in the stand. Now I take it in and out of the stand. Sometimes I drag the stand around, or other times I'll just literally stay in one place. And now I'm playing the mic like a damn flute. I'm holding it with two hands like a sandwich or a hot dog. And you just get that level of comfortability
Yeah.
to where like your voice is the last thing you're thinking of. You're just so comfortable on stage, it comes out strong, like what you're talking
Yeah.
about, and your
Some shows
delivery
I have hype. I'm really confident. Some shows, for some reason, I just don't have it.
happens.
I
Yeah.
think that night I didn't have the confidence. He was like, just project. Okay, your jokes are good. Just project more. I was like, okay, I'm sorry.
No, you just hold it closer and really listen. Use your ears to like
Some
listen.
comics put their lips to the microphone, like.
If you need that, if you're quiet, if you feel that you're quiet, pull it closer. But you'll hear it like a person who sings karaoke when they sing the loud part, they pull the mic away from their mouth because you need it less. So if you got to yell on stage, you could drop it to your chest and bark something out. But then
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're whispering something, you need to put it up here.
Yeah.
Whisper something. So it's mic craft. It's a thing. It's like a whole ass thing. Andrew Schultz, he holds it like this, and every comic who
Like
has their
Ari Shafir holds it like at the wire.
at the wire, and then you've got Tony Hinchcliffe holds it like one hand behind his back, like he's fucking Hitler or something. He's like he's intense, like
See,
and
the way I hold my mics, I move around a lot. So the corded wires, I wrap the wire around one hand so that because I've done it twice where I've stepped on the cord and yanked out the fucking wire. So I don't want to embarrass myself again. So when I hold the mic, I kind of hold it like this and then talk into it. Like that's just me. I just after the two times that I fucking pulled the plug a couple times, I'm all right. So I kind of hold it like a metal singer. That's how they hold it. My friend,
okay, you wrap it around, you're throwing it
yeah,
out.
like I'm in a band. Because
Right.
I grew up listening to metal. My friend's like, you think you're in a band. That's why you do that. I was like, no, literally, I stepped on the cord twice, and I had to fucking try to like fidget that shit back into the thing, and I just embarrassed
There's
myself.
people who hold it like a battle rapper, like they're Eminem. They're like, yeah, everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me.
They say that the New Yorker rappers, I mean the New York comics hold it with like Shane Gillis does, like.
Oh, one hand at a time. Yeah, I see comics do that, and I've done that too. I feel like you should just have as much control as you like,
I do some act out in my jokes, and this one comic told me like, man, stop moving around so much. Like you're fucking moving around too much.
If you're
Like
moving around like without purpose, don't do it without purpose. Make your movements.
my problem is that I would get nervous and I would pace back and forth on the stage.
But Chris Rock does
Yeah,
it, and he does it so well.
I like Mark Norman. Everything he does is hand gestures,
Yeah.
movements. So I'm like, I listened to the dude, but I didn't listen. I'm like, I'm not you, you're not me. So like,
Exactly.
I'm gonna do what makes me comfortable. Like I admit I understand what he was talking about. I would pace back and forth, but I also heard that you're supposed to like address the crowd.
I
So
used to pace back and forth, so the secret of that is like pacing,
stand,
and deliver.
Okay.
Pace, set up, stand, deliver. Like it's like a dance. Like you do the move, you're building tension, and then you pow. Look the person in the eye, do the joke to that person, and then because the room like they focus in on that person that you're making eye contact with, and then you break the tension with the misdirection with the punchline. They explode. Everybody has license now to like laugh. It's that I learned that too because I was very like active, and now I'm more like in the center now.
See, I need to learn that. I just have, like I said, I hype myself up, and I just like, I'm also nervous as fuck at the same time. So it's like trying to control it, you know?
Yeah, you can control your nerves by making eye contact at one person or one group of people and
I
doing
just
your joke
recently
to them.
started talking to the crowd. Like I don't do crowd work, but like my bits where I can like look at someone and like if I'm talking to them and I'm just telling my bit to that one person.
Tell your bit to that person like you're telling to the whole room, and
Yeah, yeah.
everyone like focuses in.
I just started doing that, and I'm like,
Good.
okay, this shit worked.
Yeah.
Like, or like I do a bit and I'll see somebody. I have a bit about my glasses. I'll see somebody with glasses and like I'm telling it to him. You know, like
That guy knows what I'm talking about.
yeah. So
Four Eyes over there.
I said I'm only 2 years in, but I'm learning. You know, like it's a lot.
There's so much to learn, and you never stop learning.
That's great. That's what I love about this. Like we're all here doing our own thing, and nobody's doing it the wrong or right way. You know, like there's shit that like you could do that I could never do, that I could do
And
you
vice
could never
versa,
do. You
yeah.
know, people that can do fucking one-liners. I can't. People who can tell long stories. I can't.
I can't do analogies, not to save my life. But
I do a lot of self-deprecation. I need to get past that. But like they say,
that has its place.
talk about what you know. I'm like, I know me. So
Yeah. Know thyself.
do you have any like bits about traveling? Like
Of
since
course, yeah.
I don't travel a lot, so I can't really. Until I do, I don't really have much material on that.
Traveling bits are okay. I think the bits that resonate the most are like the slice of life, like something that we all go through. So we might not both travel, but we know what it's like to burn something on the stove. You're right. That's something that we can all relate
I am a
to.
very good cook, Ryan.
Okay.
Do you know how to
I have
cook?
no idea what you're talking about. I do, but I have burned stuff occasionally. I burned a tray of cookies recently. My girl was so mad. It was our last. I mean, because we bake cookies often, she does the baking. But the one time I baked the cookies, I had them right, and then I'm like, oh, I got a couple more minutes. I should have pulled them, let them cool. I come back, they're just ash, dude.
My wife likes to make my daughter breakfast biscuits, like homemade biscuits.
Oh wow.
And she had already prepped everything, put it on the pan. All I had to do was put it in for the time and the degree. I did what she told me. It burned. I don't know what the fuck happened. And she's like, you fucking burned them. I'm like, you told me this degree for this time. I did it.
The middle layer's still good.
So like my daughter was pissed, like, cause she used to eat them before school, and it was some like brown sugar muffins, or I don't know what it was.
Daddy, you're trying to starve me.
And I
Look what
fucking
you've done. I'm hungry.
I tried to microwave them to bring moisture back to them, and it just made them harder. So
Oh no, you screwed up there. You can't bring moisture back. No, once even they're
what
toast.
kind of cookies did you burn?
Chocolate chip cookies. We were so excited to eat them too. Oh, it was so fucked up because my boy Alex Farvar came over. He's a comic, and we're supposed to edit, and we're gonna smoke. And I'm like, I'm making cookies right now. So he comes in my house, and he's like, oh, it smells so good in here. What's up with those cookies? And I'm like, I fucking burned them, dude. He's like, no.
You got to eat the top layer with your front teeth.
I did, dude. I was like scraping that top layer to get that chocolate.
I knew somebody who worked in a bakery. They say that you're supposed to let it bake for not the full time.
No, yeah, and you pull them,
take
you
it
let them
out.
sit.
Yeah, because the degree of the
That's
pan.
where I'm screwed up.
The degree of the pan will cook the rest of it. So yeah.
That's the secret to making them soft and like so that they come off the tray easily. And
yeah, so when she told me 30 minutes, I let it stay in 30 minutes. I was supposed to take it out at like 25, and I fucking burned it
internally. Yeah, dude. So that's something we can all laugh at versus like, oh, I just came back from the Bahamas. Like not that many people have been to the Bahamas. I do a joke about Cancun, but it's more about how the names of the streets there are in like more indigenous pre-Spanish language than the Spanish that I'm familiar with.
What do you mean, like Spaniard Spanish?
No, like native Spanish, indigenous.
Like Mexican Spanish?
Like Aztec Spanish.
Oh,
like Yucateco Spanish, like the tribal Spanish. It's not Spanish at all. It's the native indigenous language.
It's Aztec.
It's Aztec. It's maybe pre-Aztec. It's Mayan. So they got Mayan words for streets and for like objects and
Have you been to the ruins down there?
Nah, but we're gonna go. It was far away. We didn't have enough time, but we're gonna go next time.
You take cruises down there, or you just?
No, we fly. I've been twice now to Cancun, and I love it. I think that's my favorite place on earth that I've ever been. I love blue water, the white sand. So I have a joke about that, but it's more you got to make it relatable. Like I said, like going to a place and not knowing the language. A lot of people can relate to that.
Hey, I go to America and I don't know the language. Everyone speaks Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so like I'm sure in LA you get a lot of Spanish out there, right?
Right, we know LA Spanish, but then you go to Mexico to Mayan and you see this Mayan language, you're like, what is a Kukulkan? What is this stuff? And then, but it makes for some funny situations.
It's crazy because certain ones, like people from Guatemala, they talk real fast, or they're or El Salvador, like it's all Spanish but different Spanish.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
fucking definitely. Weird. Like
the Caribbean, they speak fast, dude. Those guys are like.
That's the problem. Like I understand somewhat Spanish when they're talking a mile a minute. Like I cannot fucking understand. I'm like, sorry, like. Slow the fuck down.
Yeah, I know Spanish, class Spanish.
Because we have an Salvadorian guy at work, and other Mexicans don't know what the fuck he's saying. So I was like, if they don't know what he's saying, I'm fucked.
I'm screwed, yeah.
I have a bit about Spanish. There's a lot of dudes at work that don't speak English, so I'm like,
okay.
I have a new bit about it. And
they go to you, they're like, Andy, what is this word?
Yeah, because I look the most Mexican. I'm like, no comprende.
No comprende.
Do you get confused?
This word is affidavit.
Do you get your ethnicity confused?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What do you get called?
It's funny because I came to Downey. I went to East Middle School, and Downey High, and like black people would mistake me for being Latino, and Latino people would
What
mistake me for being
what's your
Arabic.
natural hair color?
It's the darkest color brown. Like, yeah, it's messed up, dude. I got mistaken for like Latino or Arabic. I wish for once somebody would have mistaken me as white.
That's what I was saying. I have a joke. One of my Spanish jokes where I talk about where if I don't, they come to me trying to talk Spanish, and if I don't respond to them or I don't know Spanish, they immediately think I'm Indian or Arabic. So
That's
like,
yeah, you could be Arabic,
I'm like, fuck you.
right? I'm not.
I'm not fucking DJ Khaled, motherfucker.
Nah, the beard though.
That's a bit that I have. Like the dude, I had an incident where some dude thought I was, well, I am Mexican, but I did not speak it.
Right.
He got mad at me, called me DJ Khaled. I was like,
Oh
fuck you.
no, that's fucked up. He got your ass. Damn. Yeah. So you don't? Your parents are
No,
born here?
no. My parents were born here.
Okay.
My grandparents were born here.
That. Oh wow. So you're even more than me. My mom was born here. My dad's fresh off the boat. So
Correction. My
you're like
grandma,
third generation.
my grandma was born in Claremont. My grandpa was born in Mexico, but he came to Oklahoma at 2 months old. So
So he's third. You're like third, fourth generation.
that's like 1800s. So
Yeah. Late
my
18.
family's when did the border start? They've been here maybe before the border.
Yeah.
My grandpa
Okay.
fought in the war, World War II, and he became a citizen that way.
Okay.
So back then, everybody was like, "Let's go to fucking war,
Yeah,
sign
let's
up."
go to
Like
war, dude. We need that green card. What's up?
it wasn't even about the green card. It was just cool. Like
Yeah, it was.
the young boys were like, "Let's go to like they were
Let's
there was
go fight, dude. It's like summer camp, dude.
there was no internet, no
Like
TV.
the Nazis for summer camp, dude. Let's go
You
fight,
you listen
dude.
to
Let's
baseball
kill
on the radio, so and they tell you want to go to fucking New Guinea to fucking shoot somebody. Hell,
Hell
fucking
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
People used to lie about their age to go
Just
to
to go
war.
kill people. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't want to freaking go to Vietnam. You get a vacation, you get to shoot these little guys, spray them with the AK, and then you get to go lay out on the beach.
What were you doing?
hookers.
What were you doing at 18?
At 18, the war popped off, dude. Operation
2001?
Iraqi Freedom. And when I graduated, it was '04. So I went in Afghanistan, I went in Iraq, and I was like, dude, I can't. I wanted to join the military because it's badass, you know. You
See
this
what I mean?
and you're like, yeah, dude, I'll fucking blast
Do
everybody.
you remember after 9/11?
And now I was like, I'm not going to war. I started seeing my friends come back, leg blown apart, like fucked up in a wheelchair. I saw friends from high school get like maimed, and I was like, nah, I'm not signing
But
up.
do you remember after 9/11 when everyone was pro-America and everyone was proud to be
I had
American?
an American flag on my backpack.
But listen, you remember that? That's exactly what my grandpa experienced, but without
Oh,
TV
wow.
or radio. You know what I mean? Like you're proud, let's
Yeah,
go.
but
You
they
know?
came back from the war and they got a bunch of nice benefits, so it worked out, dude. Now, fuck, you just have PTSD and opioids.
I used to ask my grandpa about the war and shit, and like he would never tell me. He got shot by a sniper in the elbow,
Wow.
and he had to stay. Like it was in the Philippines,
Oh shit.
and he had to stay in the hospital there. He said he got malaria, and he's like, "You would have wished you were fucking dead." Like
That's
malaria is like a
crazy.
crazy flu. Like
What?
I don't know what it is. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like it's almost like COVID, like a crazy fucking virus that'll kill you. But
Damn.
he ended up getting it in the hospital. But after he got the gunshot wound and the malaria, he came home and then met my grandma, and the rest is history.
Oh, nice.
But his elbow was fucked. Like he had to basically like stand like this. He got shot by. You remember in the movie Saving Private Ryan, where they're on the beach, just getting
Yeah.
blasted? He got shot like in a situation like that, like running from a sniper and got fucking blasted in the elbow. He said his fucking arm was like flapping around. Like that shit's
That
crazy.
sucks.
That's the most I ever got out of him. He never told. I was like, "Do you ever kill anybody?" And he's like,
Yeah, my
"Nah."
grandpa never told me how many people he killed. He was like 15 or 16 when World War II broke out. He fought pretty much throughout his teenage years and then escaped to Italy as a refugee and then went back to his homeland for a little bit to go to college, and he had to like live undercover like he was not in the war. Then he got out to and then he left to Greece, worked on an oil tanker, and then worked on tankers till he worked his way to Canada and then to America.
That's what I say. That's crazy. At that time, being kids doing that shit, it's
Yeah,
sad.
in your 20s, like
No, they were
or
a lot of them were
younger,
18. I'm
18,
telling you, my grandpa was
16, killing
18.
men.
My
Killing-
grandpa barely turned 18 when straight out there, like to the shit.
Dang.
So I'm
dude.
saying, where were you at 18? I was chilling at a skate
I was
park.
going to the arcade. I was chilling. Yeah,
I
golf and
was
stuff,
working at a pizza place.
smoking, rolling blunts and shit.
I couldn't imagine. Like my daughter is 16. She'll be 18 in 2 years. I couldn't imagine her going to war in 2 years. Like she could fucking barely do the dishes. Like,
Right? What is she gonna do? She's gonna save some guy like bleeding out on the battlefield? Like,
yeah, I don't have any sons. Do you plan on having any kids
I
anytime
do. I'd
soon?
like to have kids, hopefully in the next couple years.
Hey, the clock is ticking. You better start saving your semen.
Saving my money too. Shit, saving my.
I clipped my balls, so
Oh
no more
shit!
kids for me.
Wow, dude, no more kids.
Hey,
That's okay. I mean, shoot, you can bust everywhere, anywhere, all the
hey,
time. Like, just a fucking water hose, dude.
my kids are 10
Fire
years.
hose.
My kids are 10 years apart. So my oldest is 16. My little one is 6. So like, my oldest one's about to finish high school. My little one's just starting elementary school. So it's like, fuck. Like, I fucked up because like some people will have kids young and then in their 40s they're like chilling.
I know. I envy those people.
In my 40s, I'm still starting over again because
Oh,
at least
tell me about it.
at least I don't know if my daughter's gonna go off to college. I don't know what her plans are, but hopefully she stays home and she can help out with the little one. But I'm fucked because
Nah, she's not gonna want to do that. I remember being in that position, and because my sister's 11 years younger than me.
oh, then it's the
Nah,
same situation.
I'm going out and doing stuff.
How
I'm
many
not
how many
staying.
siblings do you
I
have?
have two siblings, one 3 years younger than me and one 11 years younger.
Oh
I'm
damn,
the
so
oldest.
you're the big
I'm the
brother.
big bro.
So you didn't have to babysit? You didn't help your parents
Yeah,
out?
I did, but as soon as I got the chance to like dip out and do my own thing, I
Like,
did.
Mom, I can't watch him. I'm on drugs.
Like, yeah, I can.
Ryan can't be trusted. He's on drugs.
He's on drugs, dude. He's fucked up. Nah, once I got a car, I was like, nope, no more.
Like, Mom, I was
I'm
literally,
working.
I was so high, I forgot I was a brother, Mom.
I forgot. Nah, I think I called my mom high as fuck once. Like, butt dialed her. She was like, he was so fucked up.
Did you used to smoke and drink in high school?
I smoked, but I didn't really drink that much.
I never really got into weed. Like, I've done it more than a couple times, but it just always makes me paranoid. Like,
Yeah, it still makes me paranoid.
see, that's why I don't fuck with it. Like, have you ever gotten high and done comedy before?
Absolutely.
You want another
And
one?
it's a terrible idea. No, no, no. This number two is, these are hazy IPAs.
More for
I
me?
have gotten high and done comedy and not had a good time. It's never been fun. It's never been that good. I've crushed it like 1 or 2 times, but I'll prefer to do comedy sober and then have a drink to celebrate after.
Well, one time I got high and I was at 7-Eleven and a paramedics went by and I thought it was the cops. Like, I was like, oh shit.
I better jump inside. And then they pull in.
Hey,
Like, oh shit.
well, one time, because my girl used to smoke, right?
Okay.
One time, like, she could barely drive for shit sober, right? And one time I got fucked up. I was high. Like, I don't really smoke, so I was really fucked up. And, like, she was like, oh, I'll just drive. Let's go get some snacks. We're going to get food. And I was just like, all right. And I was just all fucked up. I was like cross-faded, like, and I just remember, like, sitting there and I looked up and she was all like driving and happy, and I was like, oh fuck! Like I was like, she can't even drive sober. What am I doing? I thought I was about to die that
Holy
day. Like,
shit, we're still in the driveway. What the fuck?
just seeing her so happy driving scared the shit out of me. I was like, she's gonna fuck, because she's half Japanese and white, so
Oh, you're screwed.
her eyes were Chinese, like, or Japanese, whatever the fuck, dirty knees. It was fucked. I was like, oh man,
You're
like
screwed.
that's when we parked at 7-Eleven and I heard the ambulance and I thought it was the cops. And I
They're
was like,
coming
oh,
for
shit.
us. They knew, dude. They saw her. They saw her drunk driving.
I used to go get high in the mountains with my friends, and then I was
Oh,
at
that's the best.
I was at my
Getting
friend's
high
drive,
in, where like Arrowhead or something.
Mount Baldy.
Oh, Mount Baldy. It's right up the street.
Do you know there's a lot of turnoffs?
Yeah.
One time my friend was driving, he was fucking baked too, and he was like fucking with me, and I get paranoid. He was going to the turn. I was like, oh fuck, we're going off the mountain. And then like one time I legit like little bit peed in my pants.
Oh shit. The mountain's a great place to get high. I love
Fuck
to go
no.
up Baldy, Arrowhead, Big Bear, smoking blunts because it's just something about that mountain air. It just
Have you
feels
ever done
better.
mushrooms in the mountains?
Yeah, I have.
He
It's
told me he
pretty
did
good.
mushrooms in the mountains, and he was like, I was walking full, and then my legs just like stretched like Shaggy. Like, I was like,
It's like, am I walking downstairs? No, dude, you're just in a forest.
I've never done anything but weed. That's
I'll stick to the weed, man. Psychedelics are different.
what Joe Rogan says. They're the future, or
Joe
they
Rogan,
help with
it's
PTSD.
not for
and
everybody. They're not for
that's what I
everybody.
said. Some people like who smoke weed can literally get like
That goes
psychosis. Yeah.
absolutely.
I think I would be that person. That's why I like
Don't risk it. Yeah, don't end up crazy like living in a box in
Like,
Skid Row because you smoked weed.
I've
and
done
you
edibles and shit, and they don't fuck me up as bad as like like new weed. Like weed back in our
Oh
day,
yeah, back in our day it was still strong, but this new weed is something else.
stress weed with the little seeds and it popped in your
Stress.
face.
The AZ chronic, it was like some Arizona weed that was stress, but it looked like chronic.
Do you remember when Kush came out and
Oh,
everybody was like,
yeah.
"Oh, Kush." Oh,
Kush was like $25 a gram.
it was like,
bro.
or it had purple hairs or
Oh,
orange
yeah.
hairs, and people were like, "Whoa, I didn't know shit. I didn't know
Orange
shit
hairs
about."
was the chronic, but man, we didn't
Purple
even
Kush
really
was the
know.
purple one, right?
Purple Kush was the purple one. They had this one stuff called like Red Fire. I remember we smoked it, had red hairs, and it burned, dude. We smoked it and like
They
it
just
was
put
like
chili powder on the fucking
they
weed.
did, dude. They fucked us up. This guy got
I
us
saw
for
a video where
some.
someone was putting Kool-Aid on weed to change the color to make it be purple
I
or
believe
whatever
that.
color.
I'll believe it. But I've smoked some really good purple, and I just got rid of some actually. Man, I always like that one. That's my favorite.
But I used to buy stress. Like a $10 bag of stress was like a whole sandwich bag of weed.
Drizzle.
That shit would last forever, and you get the worst headache ever and shit.
Yeah, because the seeds and the sticks give you the headache. You had to pick it off, and you have to like really clean it.
Dude, my friend's dad smoked forever, right?
Okay.
He only bought stress. And in high school,
OGs like that shit.
in high school, my friend started smoking weed, and he was like really into it, like fucking scientist. He smoked the crazy weeds, right? One time he got his dad high off the good shit. I don't remember what it was, but his dad took a bong rip and like it hit him so hard that like he lost his breath and fell out of his chair. Like, so he thought his dad was dead. He had to like try to give his dad CPR, but he went from smoking the dog shit,
killed him.
smoking dog shit stress, the Pineapple Express.
Dude, that's a big jump. I think my dad experienced the same thing because it was funny. He was always hating on the weed, and then one time he's like, "Do you want some weed?" And this is like 20 years later. I'm already like in my mid to late 30s, and his friend I guess gave him some weed. They smoked
Was
together,
it stress?
and they just no, it was like decent, dude. He was like, "This is way too strong. This shit's so much stronger than when I back in my day." And I'm like, "I told you."
Well, my girl was a champ. She would smoke and then like 10 minutes later smoke again. And I'm like, well,
I
you're
used to be like that.
you're
too.
wasting weed. How you're not gonna get higher? Like,
Yeah, I stopped smoking every day. I smoke maybe like once or twice a week. I get so much higher now. I
But
get
listen,
crazy high.
I'm not a smoker, but smoking every 10 minutes, does it really get you higher? Like you don't lose your buzz in 10 minutes.
I don't think so. No.
I'm telling you, she was smoking it like a fuck. Thank God she's sober now. She quit, but she would smoke that shit like a vape or a cigarette. Like,
Okay.
You
Once
do
the vape it, you build a tolerance to it, so you don't want to smoke it. Like you could smoke it more often, but I wouldn't. That shit's not good for you. I don't smoke vapes.
I do, but
I like that vape, but like once in a while, like when I'm drunk, I'm like, give me a rip of that.
and when these are brand new and you hit them, you get a
Fresh,
fucking mean head change. I'm like, I'll be driving, I'm like, whoa.
Riding lightning. Yeah, I love the feeling of a fresh vape.
Do you like cigars?
I love cigars. I just
I haven't
had
smoked
one.
cigars in a while, but me and my friends, we smoke in the garage. And
Okay.
Gets you fucked up.
Yeah.
You're drinking one of
Drinking
these
and
and have a cigar, fucked up.
I was
off
at a
your ass.
cigar lounge in Phoenix, as a matter of fact, with my boy Ruben Boogie on, a comedian out from out there. He took me to the cigar lounge. Nice cigars, dude. Drinking, they had beers on tap, drinking big ass beers, drinking whiskey. I'm like, dude, it's 2 in the afternoon and I am faded.
There's one by the
Now
Ontario.
I got to drive home.
There's one by the Ontario Mills. You know where In-N-Out is?
Yeah.
Across the street, there's one there.
Okay.
You could bring your own alcohol. You
Oh,
just
word.
have you just have to like put it in a cup. Like it's supposed to be a classy joint. You can't be out there
Okay.
with beer cans.
I'll
and-
have like a Stanley cup full of mixed drink.
Yeah, so you could smoke there, and me and my friends go. It's a chill. They have a bunch of nice recliners, and I like shows. You should go there before
Yeah.
your show. Have a fucking
Oh
cigar.
yeah, watch like a game or something. I've been in cigar lounges in like Vegas, off strip. There's a lot of good ones. You can just chill, watch sports, and play really cheap and like actually win. And there's pool tables and cigars. Man,
Yeah, I went to one in
I
San
like
Diego. It
it.
was
I
really
like the
nice.
vibe.
I felt like I was a fucking mob boss, just smoking a
Yeah.
cigar. They have nice ashtrays and then
Yeah,
porch lighters.
torches, right?
I'm telling you, I haven't smoked a cigar in a while. My friend, we smoke cigars, but I like what brand do you like? Do you
I'm
like?
not a connoisseur by any means. I'm not even a
I smoke.
consumer really,
I
but I
smoke
just smoke
nice
whatever.
cheap cigars.
Cheap
Like
cigars,
there-
acid.
there's nice ones that are like $15 to $20
Yeah,
cigar.
Monte Cristo, I think.
Like
that's one.
Brick House is a good cheap cigar. It's not too
Okay.
expensive.
CAO, have you heard of that brand?
Yeah.
That's
or-
like a good cheapo.
Or my father's cigars. Those are pretty good.
Oh, your dad's? Where do you get those? Do you steal them from it?
They're called my father's.
Okay.
The brand. They're pretty good. And there's another one like I forget the name of them. They do David and
I don't know
Goliath.
if I'm comfortable putting anything my father in my mouth.
It's a fat one. No,
It's a fatty. It's a big
They are fatties.
Maduro. It's a fatty.
I like Maduros too. Those are good.
Yeah.
But Like we were walking when you came here, there was a random Black and Mild outside. I was
I
like,
know, I saw that. You're like, hey, do you want it? I'm like, shit,
I was like,
maybe.
it kind of. I was like, this isn't the ghetto. I don't know why there's a Black and Mild.
Sure.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. I know. When I came in there, you had to put in a code. I was like, wow, where am I? Shady Pines. Is that what it's called?
I'm not gonna give the name out.
Don't
but
give out the name. All
close
right.
enough.
Close enough.
You're trying to dox us.
I wasn't trying to swat you, dude.
I've doxed us plenty of times, but this is a gated community, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you can't get in,
I dare you to get in. This whole place is private
There's
property.
snipers, dude. They got a sniper tower.
Hey,
They'll get you.
And all my neighbors are packing. Come through.
All his neighbors are
I have
packed.
guard dogs too, so come through.
Yeah, you do. You'll get bit.
Anyways,
Tight.
Ryan, we're about an hour and fuck. Then this shit went by fast. We're around 15
Damn.
minutes in.
Okay, good. Nice.
Is there anything you want to talk about before we
I
leave?
want to talk about, I'm going to shoot a special this year. I'm going to shoot it before I turn 40. I just turned 39. But I have plans. Yeah, thank you for that. I'm going to be running my hour or my 45 minutes at Flappers on
Wait,
July 15th.
you're doing an hour or you're doing 45 minutes?
I'm going to do however much they'll let me
Do 45 minutes.
I've done 45 many times, but I want to see if I can like make a cohesive 45 without crowd work.
I feel like the hour is old. Like nobody
Right.
cares. Like,
Okay, they don't have attention span, right?
like David Tell did 45 in his last special,
Oh.
and he was like, they wanted an hour, and like fuck them, you know. Attention spans are gone. Like this
Yeah.
isn't 1990s. I think 30 to 45 minutes is the new standard. I'm nobody.
I got a new 45, and I'm going to use it at Flappers, and I'm going to use it on the road in Toronto on August 15th, and I'll be just touring around like with this 45, doing my time, because I think I've just got so much material that it's becoming cumbersome. It's becoming like a burden because as a host, I'm doing all this material in between comics because I'm like, I need to test my material, but it's like railroading the shows. So I need to do my own thing, and Balkan Comedy Night is going to continue to be a showcase. I'm not going to do 45 minutes between the comics.
Would you agree that 30 to 45 minutes would be a reasonable special time?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 45 is good because like with commercials and stuff, you end up sitting down for like an hour. They have embedded commercials, and yeah, it's a good, nice, tight 45 if everything's just pow, 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 punchline, punchline, punchline. That's what I want. I want like at least 4 laughs per minute. I want you to be just rolling in the aisles.
Do you have any like rituals you do before?
Yeah, I have rituals for sure. If I have certain friends there, I'm like, tell me that I suck. Tell me I'm not good at comedy. And then I have friends who be like, you fucking suck, dude. You're a fucking loser. You're gonna bomb out there. You can't do this shit. And I go out there and I fucking do it.
See, I try to listen to music to hype
I like
me
to
up.
get negged.
I try to listen to music to hype me up before I go on. But when I'm out, people always want to talk and conversate. I don't want to be a dick and be like, leave me the fuck alone. I'm in my zone. But like, it helps.
It
Like,
helps to be in your zone.
music helps me. Like I'll listen to metal or something that brings me up. You know,
That's good. I like to be loose and relaxed. I don't like when a green room is too
packed,
like
crowded.
packed, and then also everyone's when he wants to talk to each other. Like, let's loosen up. Let's laugh before the show. Let's bullshit. Chop it up.
Fireballs. Let's take
And
shots.
then when it's time to like dial in, when the show's about to start, then we can all be in our notebooks. Like, okay, let me put this in. But like at first, I want it to be fun. I want it to be a vibe, like in the green room. I hate those quiet green rooms because then you're creating tension. Let the audience create the tension, dude. I don't need to be with you in the green room and you don't want to talk to me. Fucking just say something, dude.
I've
Let's
never
be
been in a
comics.
green room really, so I don't know the experience.
You'll see what it's like. Some comics are introverts and I'm an extrovert, so I just want to talk to everybody to get loose.
I said I'm the same way, but at the same time, I said I just like to listen to music. Maybe I'll put one
That's
headphone
good
in.
that you can do that because I can't listen to music because it brings out like a different energy in me. It brings out.
Put on Slipknot. I promise you, it'll change you.
I put on metal before shows
what
where I've
kind
come out
of
to
music
metal.
do you like?
I like everything, but there's been shows where I've come out to like new metal and it just sets the energy level too high for me to match out the gate. Like
Mhm.
I need to not come out to ba with the ba, the bang, the bang.
I just
diggy,
feel like
diggy.
metal
shit
gives
is
me the
too-
adrenaline I need to
You need
get
adrenaline.
confidence.
It's good. I listen to it like on the way to the show. Like in my car, I'm listening to fucking Limp Bizkit. I'm
Korn.
listening to Kid Rock. I'm listening to Korn. fucking jamming out Deftones. I'm listening to some fucking stuff that's
I
making me
just took
bang
my
my
daughter to see
head.
Deftones. It was
Okay, you're a
badass.
good dad.
Hey, she loves them.
Good.
I felt old because there was a bunch of other dads my age with
It's okay,
teenagers their
dude.
age, and I was like, fuck, I'm the dad
You
now.
are the cool dads.
Like this weekend, my daughter wants to go to a punk show with her friend.
Okay,
I'm
that's
like,
fun.
if I'm not there, you ain't going. Like,
You can be there, but just be like that dad on the balcony, like,
no, she
don't you
wants
get in that mosh pit.
she wants to go by herself, and I told her like, you're not allowed to. I've been in the music forever. Like, you little girls are not. I've seen women get knocked out at
Yeah,
shows.
there's
Like,
plenty of dads that accompany their kids and then they do it in such a passive way that they're there, but they're like a fly on the wall. And I always appreciated that, like going to punk shows and seeing the punk parents. Like, good for you, dude. You got like a
I just don't
14-year-old.
trust a drunk punk fucking
No, no.
moshing on my daughter. Fuck that.
Plus,
Like,
you're down with the scene. You could go there and be like, oh, just, enjoy it kind of.
maybe I will go with her.
Go with
She
her.
wants to go with her friend and her mom, but
They
maybe I
can
will
go
go.
too. And, you just post up in the
No,
back and
I'm gonna
keep an
be in
eye
the
on them.
fucking pit.
My dad was wrecking dudes, dude. He
That's the
fucking
problem is that
clotheslined a kid.
I retired from the pit, but I've gone to shows recently, and I end up going in, and I fell and fucked up my knee recently, and I'm like, I'm supposed to stay retired because
Banging hurts, dude. I was at a show 2 weeks ago. I was doing this and the next day I was like, oh, why did I
people
do
always
that?
spill drinks on the dance floor. So,
Oh, yeah,
and
it's
I wear only
slippery.
Vans, so like I always eat shit. Like, so I have to retire, but
I haven't done the pit forever. I did the pit at Killswitch Engage like I don't even know, like 5, 6 years ago. That shit hurt the next day.
I've seen Killswitch Engage twice. Once with the original singer and once with
Yeah,
the other
same.
singer. I like the second singer
I like
better.
Howard. Yeah,
He
yeah,
has a more melodic voice.
he does. But Jesse's a badass too. He's just fucking just in there like fucking head banging with the hair, and they're good both ways. But yeah, Howard's definitely if I had to choose my favorite. But I'm a metalhead, ex-metalhead. I like hip hop though. I like electronic. I like all kinds of music.
I'm, tr-
Reggaeton, whatever.
I'm trying to get tickets to Marilyn Manson. They're sold out at the Hollywood. And
Okay.
the tickets are going for like $400. I was like, fuck that.
I don't know. It might be worth it. I saw Ramstein and they were like $300, but they were worth it because they gave one of the best shows
The
I've
most I
ever
ever
seen.
paid for a concert was $150 for like a 3-day festival. Like,
Wow.
I'm an old
Okay.
school. I don't pay more than that.
I
Like,
know, but now that's just what it is now. Like
like
$300 to see somebody you like.
I paid $25 to see a band. That same band is $1,000 VIP now. Like, fuck
I'm
that.
trying to go to the Black Sabbath concert. It's the final
I
farewell
saw them at
in
their
England.
I saw them at their last final
Right?
farewell.
Yeah, in LA.
No, in
Uh,
they had one in at the Knotfest in
oh,
the
okay.
Haunted Pavilion or where the fuck it is out here.
Yeah, Devore, yeah, I know what you're talking
Whatever
about.
it was supposed to be. They every year they say it's the last one and they keep fucking adding to it.
Yeah, I
So
saw him at the Hollywood Bowl, and it was supposed to be the last tour, and then but this really is because Ozzy just can't do it anymore. It's all the original members: Bill Ward, Geezer Butler, Tony Iommi, and Ozzy, and they're doing a show in Birmingham, England, where they started.
there was a
And I'm trying
Knotfest.
to get tickets if anybody knows
There was a
anybody.
Knotfest like 2018 or 2017 that I went to that was that same situation, the last one. So
Yeah, it's always Ozzy's last one.
yeah.
It's just a cash grab, realistically. This show has Metallica and a ton of like great bands opening up for Ozzy because it really is supposed to be the last
I've seen
one.
Ozzy like 3 times and he's fucking amazing. I don't care how old and cracked out he is. He's fucking once he gets on that stage, he's a whole new person. He's fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
he still got it. When I saw him, he still had it. And they're like the farewell tour. No, dude he sang 2 hours in a row of just
Hey,
awesome.
I saw him on the farewell tour, and then the next year, this is the last tour. Like, it was
Right, then the final tour. Like that's the one I saw. The final tour 8 years ago. He was still touring like 3, 4 years after.
Anyways, Ryan, we're an hour and 20.
Oh
We
shit,
got to
too
wrap
deep.
up soon.
We're in too deep.
The time went by fast, but before we go, promote whatever you want. Your special,
Okay.
your next shows,
Yeah,
your
I'll
whatever.
promote all the stuff. I'm on tour with my cousin Vlad. We're in New York, June 21st at the Cutting Room, June 22nd, New York Comedy Club, June 23rd at Le Comédie Montréal, June 24th in Toronto at Tesla 369, June 25th, Funny Bone in Cleveland, June 26th, Detroit, Sterling Heights, Macedonian Cultural Center, June 27th, Chicago, Red Room, 2 shows.
Catch your
It
breath.
keeps going. The 27th, the 28th. That's a
Just put your
Saturday.
website on.
MyCousinVlad.com. I'm doing his entire tour. I'm hosting. He's headlining. Then I'm coming back doing Flappers July 15th. I'm doing my 45. Check me out with Peter Nesh, Vic Jonai, and Nessa Vasquez. And just follow me on Instagram, Ryan.
You didn't mention
Comedian.
your local show coming up.
My local show, if this comes out,
It will be.
It will. Okay, then it's
Wait, what's the date for that show?
June 5th. June 5th.
What day is that? 'Cause
I'm with Dick Salas. I'm with Rivas Dunlap.
Shout out to Dick. I had him on here before.
Yeah, Dick's great guy, great comic.
Dick, if you want to give me a cold open that night.
That's the 5th, yeah, June 5th, and then June 6th, I'm with Dick Salas at the Rock Gallery, and June 7th, I'm at Greek Fest in Downey, just hanging out, so come say hi.
What day was the improv? The 5th? What is that?
The 5th is a Thursday, so come out on that Thursday and have a good time with us, presented by Silo Bin.
Put me on your fucking guest list, all right?
You're on the guest list, Andy. You bring +1.
I have no +1s. I'm going to come solo like the first time I saw you.
Come solo, yeah, dude. I can't promise stage time, but
hey, I'm married. I come solo all the time.
That's a good one.
And that was a good one.
That was, dude.
Cheers, guys. That was a good one. I just made that up right now.
My friend's like, are you sure you don't want a +1? He's like, I'm married. I come solo. All of my life.
So
fuck that.
Tell the viewers where they can find you.
Ryan.comedian on Instagram, Ryan Rad Comedy on TikTok, Ryan Serbian Comedian on YouTube, I think, or Ryan Rad Comedy. I'm all over the place. What else am I on? I'm thinking I'm missing one important one, but Eventbrite, Balkan
Boys Gone Wild,
Balkan Comedy Night. That's the most important one. Go to those shows, even if you don't understand the culture. Give a shout out to the
people on. Is it the same people?
It's always the same people. It's my dream team, my A squad: Vic Janai, George Dulcich, Ariana Ramic, Lulu Jovovich, Stanko Zovak, and occasionally our boy from Bulgaria.
Hey, you need to give Christina P a fucking
Christina Pondis also, and gosh, I know I can't screw up Stoyan Angelov. Follow him.
No, I'm talking about Christina Pazitsky. She's
Polish, not Balkan.
Well, she says Balkan all the time. She's
over here appropriating.
She talks about her dad is Balkan.
Maybe he is, dude, but she's a Polak, I think. She's blonde. I don't know.
She always talks about her dad was Balkan. I don't fucking know.
Balkan shit, or balding or bulking. I don't know.
Well, anyways,
shout out Christine, put us on your mom's house.
Anyways, guys, you could find me on my personal Instagram, AndyC_comedy. You could follow the page on the Crimson Comedy Show Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Like, subscribe, comment, talk shit. Anyways. We're out here. Good night. Cheers. Good night.
Cheersies. Good night.
Cheers. Your shit's empty, but fuck it.
They don't have to know.
Thanks for coming, Ryan.
Thanks for having me.